police in Virginia are being investigated after an incident occurred where one police officer in Fredericksburg, Virginia, tased a man for 42 consecutive seconds. Now, this all occurred after there was a high-speed pursuit. There was actually a vehicle with two passengers in it, a driver and a passenger, driving and hitting vehicles as it was driving. Five cars were struck, and witnesses called the police. The police arrived on the scene. The driver fled the scene. However, the passenger was caught, and he was being very, very difficult with the police officers. So I want you to make sure that you know that very important detail. He was trying to get away. He was not cooperating with them. However, with all that said, we do have video from a witness showing how long this police officer tased the man here. He's 36-year-old Lantz Day. Take a look.
There he goes.
You know, it's one thing to see 42 seconds written out. It's another thing to actually watch 42 seconds of someone being tasered. He's yelling, stop it throughout. And look, I got no love for this guy. The bystanders trying to detain him at first, and he was yelling, he was threatening
them. According to police, he threatened to hurt anyone who would basically rat him out or restrain him.
He's smashing into cars. I got no interest in this guy whatsoever, right? But for the millionth time, the cops are supposed to be better than that. They're supposed to be responsible. They're supposed to use a taser only enough to detain him. Now, should he have gotten tasered in the first place? Yeah, he was running away.
That's a perfect example of someone who should be tased. And just so you know, what is typical of a taser is you usually will pull the trigger, whatever it is, and it will do a 5-second tase. However, they held on to it, so that's why it was able to do a 42 consecutive second tase, which is so long.
So look, it's better than shooting him. He was causing huge trouble and couldn't be detained in the beginning. I understand all that. 42 seconds, look, this is no joke, man. We did the story about 500 people have died from heart attacks from being tased. And it's cruel and unusual punishment. So the fact that he was a jerk and the fact that you actually needed to use it in the first place is not an excuse to use it excessively. Doesn't matter what you think of the guy. I don't care if he's Charles Manson. You obviously had him under control. We saw the video. Let it go, handcuff him, and then deal with him, and then throw the book at him through the criminal justice system.
Absolutely. A lot of the actions that we see with these cases involving police brutality, and of course I'm not making a blanket statement about all police. It's usually, cases, isolated cases in certain municipalities or whatever it is. But oftentimes it's a punitive thing, or it's because they're drunk off their own power and they're just dying to use their weapons. They're dying for an opportunity to use something. And when it comes to something like a non-lethal weapon, I feel like there's even more encouragement or more incentive to use it because they have the mindset of, well, I'm not going to kill the guy. Let me use this weapon. Let me show him who he's messing with.
Yeah. You're supposed to use it only to detain him. So, look, I want you protecting me from guys like this. I'm glad the cops were there, right? But you got to be a professional. It's your job to keep it under control, okay? So, because that's what we pay you for. And it's an important job. It's a tough job. And that's why we need professionals on the beat to do it. So don't do stuff like this. It doesn't help anybody's cause.